to explain. I sent 2 big, strong policemen to get a little old lady out of an apartment, and all you come back with is a maybe.
Maybe a maybe.
Quiet. You were there all afternoon. What did you accomplish?
We fix her sink.
Fix her sink. I'll have to take care of this myself.
Sir, if I can tell you something about Mrs. Bronson...
You don't have to tell me anything. You're soft, Muldoon, soft. In my day, any rookie could have handled this. This requires firmness. Firmness and an iron hand. Follow me in your car.
Now, listen, if she is...
Never mind. I'm handling this. She'll be out in 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Did you hear that, Mrs. Bronson? 15 minutes. Goodbye, Mrs. Bronson. Arrivederci. He's been up there a half hour.
He's probably given her time to pack. After all, she's lived here 40 years. Shh, he's coming out now.
It's probably just a loose connection, Mrs. Bronson. Fixed in a minute. Haven't you anything else to do? You got a sector to patrol. Now get moving.
I want everything ready to have her moved out in 10 minutes. Did you hear me? 10 minutes.
I gave her both barrels. I yelled. I threatened. She wouldn't budge.
Mary Henderson, Inspector for the Health Department. You sent for me?
Miss Henderson, you are our last hope. Tell her, Muldoon, it's your idea.
Miss Henderson, is this Mrs. Bronson?
I know the case.
We thought that if you spoke to her from the woman's point of view, you know, the cleanliness, the health.
I understand. I've handled many cases like this.
Good. Check with us as soon as you get back.
Yes, sir.
You're our last chance, Miss Henderson. It's you or disaster.
She's been gone an hour, sir.
I know she's been gone an hour. What are you, a time signal?
Well, Commissioner,
Yes? Put her on. It's Mrs. Brunson. Hello? Who? Paul?
That's me.
Yes, he's here. This may be the break we're looking for.
Hello, Mrs. Bronson. Now, take it easy. Good news? Good news. What's that? You want Francis and Gunther over there immediately? Get right over there. Yes, they're on the way now. Yes, Mrs. Bronson. No, Joe, don't thank me. We should thank you. Who? Leonard? I'll see Mrs. Bronson. Goodbye.
How'd she sound?
As though at last she made up her mind.
At last.
She gave me a message for someone named Leonard.
I'm Leonard.
Well, she said you promised to help her paint the apartment this weekend.
There won't be an apartment this weekend. It'll be leveled to the ground.
Yes, Leonard. Commissioner.
They're here. Francis, your worries are over.
Over.
I found you a girl.
Hey,
And what a girl walks in here, an inspector from the health department, a Miss Henderson, tall like you, and hands me a health department summons. Did you ever see such a clean summons? Such a neat folded piece of paper, not creased and dirty like you men give me.
See, Francis, this is a clean summons.
Quiet.
So, why are we standing?
I don't mind if I do.
Mrs. Bronson, let's face facts. Why won't you move? Is it you can't find another apartment?
What do you mean, fine? They're pushing apartments on me. Even this morning, there was a man here from the city, from the relocation department.
Relocation?
Such a nice man. 5 children, and lives in 3.5 rooms. And he has time to try to find me an apartment, and a 4-room apartment on Riverside Drive.
Why don't you take it?
I should take a 4-room apartment when he has 5 children. I told him to take it. Besides, when I move, I want to find my own place.
Then why don't you go out and look for an apartment?
Who has time? I have so much company from the Housing Authority and the Health Department and the Highway Commission and the Police Department and the social workers who has time to go and find an apartment. When I'm not making tea, I'm baking cake.
That makes sense.
Suddenly, I'm the official hostess of the municipal government.
Hello, Rachel.
Oh, hello, Al.
Mr. Spencer?
Yeah, he rented a room from me. Here, he feels secure. He says no matter what happens to the city of New York, this will be the last building that will... So, if he feels happy, only you, Francis. Only you are not happy.
Because I'm not married.
Right.
Wrong. Sit down. Mrs. Bronson, we want the real reason. Why do you love this apartment so much you won't move?
Love this crummy apartment. It was crummy 40 years ago when I moved in.
Then why don't you move?
You know something? I think I can trust you boys, but you'll promise not to tell anybody else.
Oh, we won't tell anybody.
Not even Paul and Leonard.
No, really, please. Tell us. Why won't you move?
It's because of Queenie.
Queenie.
Queenie, yeah, my dog.
I don't see any dog here.
Don't jump ahead, I'll tell you. 2 weeks ago, Queenie, that's my dog's name, she ran away. So, if I move out and they demolish this building and put in a new bridge approach, what'll happen when Queenie comes home? Instead of me, she'll find maybe a toll booth with an officer in a uniform with a long arm, taking quarters from people in cars.
That's the only reason you're staying here? Because you're waiting for Queenie?
Why else?
Are you sure she'll come back?
Oh, yeah, she come back. Always she comes back. Always she goes away for 3 months, but after 3 months, to the minute, she comes back.
That's the most beautiful thing I ever heard in my life.
Always she comes back safe and sound without a scratch. She's very careful where she crosses. So, look, if Lassie can come home all the time, so I figure she went away Tuesday, 2 weeks ago, so she'll be back in 2.5 months.
2.5 months. That's just about the time the mayor's set to open the new approach by riding in the first car.
So, when he drives through her dining room, she'll give him tea and cake.
Only a married man could have such a sense of humor.
Mrs. Bronson, if we found Queenie and brought her back to you, would you move?
Like a shot.
Gunther, we're going to find Queenie. Mrs. Bronson, can you tell us what Queenie looks like? Can you give us a description?
Yeah, wait a minute, better. I'll give you her picture.
Gunther, come on. Come on!
But you remember, you promised you wouldn't tell anybody while you're looking.
We won't.
And while you're running around the city, maybe you'll drop in the health department and give the you-know-who a hello.
Sir, if you just take us off regular duty and give us that special assignment.
Special assignment? To look for something? Something you won't tell us about?
Yes, sir. And if we find it, she'll be out like a shot.
If not, you'll have to wait 2.5 months.
What is this thing you're looking for?
I'm sorry, sir, we can't tell you.
She told us specially not to tell Paul and Leonard.
Now look, we're your superior officers. You've got to tell us what this thing is.
I'm sorry, we gave her our word.
It's something that if you find it, she'll move?
Yes.
Is it bigger than a bread box? Is it found in the home?
Sometimes.
Oh, stop it! Whatever it is, go out and find it. And boys, please, find it before the weekend. I hate painting an apartment.
Yeah, but he's with somebody in there.
Oh, good. We'll see him tomorrow.
Nah, let's get it over with. He can't blame us. It was an impossible job anyway, trying to find one dog in a city that has hundreds of thousands.
You're right. It's like looking for a needle in a hay. Ooh. It's Queenie.
It could be. Could be. Hey, Queenie. Hey, Queenie.
Francis, we did it. Look how it answers to our name.
Yeah.
Here, Prince. Here, Prince.
Prince. He called it Prince.
Hey, Queenie. Hey, Queenie. Hey, Queenie. Good girl.
Here,
Good
Prince.
girl.
Here, Prince. That's my dog.
I'm sorry, Sonny. We got to return it to a rightful owner.
His name is Prince, and he's mine.
He sure is. What's going on here?
Grandfather, they wanted to take Prince away.
The kid found the dog. We have to return it to a rightful owner.
Rightful owner? It's my grandson's dog. I bought him myself in the pet shop. I've got the papers at home to show it.
That's impossible. It's Mrs. Bronson's dog. Look, doesn't look like her.
Well, it certainly does, but It's not her dog. I'll get the papers.
Never mind. It's probably just a case of mistaken identity.
Gee, they certainly look alike.
No, there's only one Prince. Only one dog could be as crazy as him.
Crazy?
He does crazy things. For instance, every 3 months, he goes away. And then out of a clear blue sky, right on the dot, he's back for 3 months.
Every 3 months?
When was the last time he came back?
About 2.5 weeks ago. Always on a Tuesday.
Excuse us for a minute.
I know. How do you like that a dog leads a double life?
We gotta get it back to Mrs. Bronson.
We can't. It's the kid's dog. They got the proof.
I checked everything, Mr. Martin. You don't need a rooming house license if you're only renting one room.
Thank you, Captain. I just dropped in to make sure.
Oh, wait a minute. You got a room to rent?
Well, sorry, I'll only rent it to an elderly woman.
An elderly woman?
Yes, you see, since my grandson was left in my care, I'd like to have an older woman in the house.
Boy, have we got just the right woman for you.
Does she like dogs?
She'll just love this one.
She'll be crazy about it. I'm sorry, you can't stop on the approach to the bridge.
Hello, Francis.
Mrs. Bronson.
Well.
Hey, Gunther.
Oh.
Hey, what do you know?
Look, it's Gunther. Oh, you'll have to excuse us. I was just pointing out exactly where my house stood. Right on that spot.
Hey, look, there's Queenie. Hi, Queenie.
Who's Queenie? That's Prince.
Prince?
Listen, if a darling little boy who may someday be my grandson wants to call a dog Prince, who am I?
You mean...
She's making up her mind.
Oh, gosh, that's wonderful.
Nah, me a little nothing I can do it. And you such a tall one, still not married. I called Miss Henderson at the health department the other day.
Right. We have
I
to be
told
going.
her about you. I told her about a handsome officer somebody. No, you could give her a ring when you pass by, yeah?
There's a holdup in the Bronx. Brooklyn's broken out in fights. There's a traffic jam in Harlem that's backed up to Jackson Heights. There's a scout troop short a child. Cruise ships do and I go wild. Car 54, where are you?